Peace and blessings, everyone. I've been having basketball tryouts these last 3 days. Most of you know I coach basketball, and so this week has been tryouts for my seventh grade team that I'm coaching, middle school basketball. And yesterday, I had this experience. I don't know. I'm not sure how to best describe it. So I want to say profound, but it's been having me thinking about it constantly since yesterday. Really constantly about this one kid that showed up yesterday. So I'm having tryouts, and we're about halfway through the tryouts, and so this kid shows up just from out of nowhere. And when he walks up initially, I don't have, it's nowhere in my mind that I think he's up there to try out for basketball. Going off his physical stature, his physical looks. But it turned out that actually he was there to try out. He's a very, very short young man, pudgy. He sort of had a limp to his walk. It's just his whole look. Like I said, it just led me to believe he's not here to try for basketball. And I want to liken this, and I don't want to be disrespectful to the young man, and I don't want to make fun of him and make light of him, but I liken it to in the movie 300 when they're on their way to fight the Persians, and they run across the Greek who was deformed, had a hunchback, who was hidden at birth by his father, because part of being a Greek, she had to be a strong male, able to fight and defend. And so the deformed guy, he came up to him and he expressed to them how much he has been wanting to prove himself worthy of being a Greek, how his father trained him, and how he was ready to fight and serve. And of course he was rejected because he just wasn't of the physical stature to have the abilities to fight as a Greek, to be seen in a physical manner worthy of being called a Greek. But it was the guy, the deformed guy. It was so much compassion, it was so much determination in him, and bravery within him, and you had to feel sorry for him because he really wanted to prove himself. And you had to feel sorry for him because he was rejected, but it was part of their ways. And so, like I said, you had this kid, and it wasn't only myself that was caught, back by him. It was everybody's out there, all the players. Because as he walked up, You can hear some snickering, laughing, and everybody's looking at him saying, "Where's me?" He's not up here to try for basketball. Like I said, he was, so I allowed him because everybody gets an opportunity to try out. You can see he said that, and just during the times up there, he said some things that are really profound, and you got to see that this was a great kid inside. Had a great heart. And so some of the things he said were, he's like, if I make the team, I'm gonna let you know I'm not good at shooting threes because I was never taught to shoot threes. And just in that statement right there, he had at least a belief, confidence that it was possible that he could make the team. Going throughout the tryouts, what was happening? Something happened. I think he was filling out some paperwork, and he had made a statement. Because off and on throughout the tryouts, we end up next to each other, and he'd come up and say something to me. So he made a statement of, he's like, man, this is hard. It's confusing. He said, but I figured, I will come out and try. And so I told him, yeah, you have to try. You have to at least try. Later on, he was telling me that, and I forget who exactly said, but they said that his brother, and I guess his twin brother, coming up a little bit later, and maybe a friend. But he was saying, somebody said that it was like this much distance, this much space between him being able to make it to play in the NBA. As in, there's no way, they were saying there's no way that he could make it because it's this much space. But he said to me, he said, but the way I look at it, it's only this much space for me to make it. And and I don't know if it's my place, if I am worthy, if I have the right to feel for this kid, but I know that just as he was judged when he walked up to that practice, he's going to be judged for the rest of his life. And I just wonder how he's going to turn out and the things that's going to happen to him in his world. And I will always have him in my thoughts and wonder about him and hope the best for him. Once again, I could be wrong in assuming that things may be hard for him. I could just be judging him like everyone else. So I could be at fault and in the wrong for making that assumption. But I'm pretty certain that that is what will happen. That is what will occur. You just never know what's inside a person. By just looking at them. God bless everyone. Peace and love.